Hey there guys, today we're going to talk about accounts payables, who is this for, how does it work. Let's get started with a very short presentation.
Accounts receivable and accounts payables are essentially opposites. Accounts payables is the money a company owes to its vendors or suppliers, while accounts receivable is the money that is owed to the company, typically the customers or your buyers. As a company, maintaining cash flows is a full-time job, so that you don't run out of money when you need it the most. Making sure you get paid by your buyers so that you can pay your suppliers on time, or managing those company expense reimbursements and approvals that requires dozens of emails back and forth. Companies these days have started to hire accounts payable specialists whose core purpose is to manage all the payment headache at an average salary of 4 lakh PA or $19 per hour. Did you know a business process each invoice at an average cost of 700 rupees or around $9? Well, that's true. It's the cost that is incurred based on the time you or your employees spend managing cash flows, validating details, scheduling those transactions, and finally processing them. Not to forget the errors which occur and how time-consuming all of that is. We have added a calculator on our website for you to be able to check how much it costs you to process those invoices and the money you will save automating it. There was a survey done asking what's wrong with payouts. Businesses suggested that the whole payment system is inefficient, where businesses had problems estimating the account or the date when the check will get cleared, facing delays in notifying their supplier. A few said they had paid late payment charges due to all the time it takes. A few even suggested they received duplicate bills from their suppliers, from which they had already paid a few which again.
So, people were asked how do they think it can be fixed. They suggested they need more time, because bills are the hardest to keep a track on, as bills are usually on pieces of paper, loosely organized. They suggested invoices were being sent to non-billable addresses where it wasn't supposed to be delivered, and that it takes a business a long time to validate and process these payouts. But time is of the essence. Of course, it can be fixed with simply using a software called Payables. After the accounting concept accounts payable, it can not only help you be pay ready by retaining cash flow within your business, it can also help you get rid of paper bills by automating the processes, gain real-time visibility of where your money is getting spent, export the transaction straight to your accounting software, or keep a check on the changes to your company data. This is very useful to catch where the issue came from when you deal with multiple people managing payments.
When you add an entry from this form here, the entry will get recorded like the entries you see below it. You can manage payment statuses which can add, deduct, or strike off an entry from your balances to make sure you always have updated cash flow data. Above in this drawer, you can manage your account balances. Updating these manually will change the cash flow state of your business, letting you know what transactions will get clear and what date and transactions doesn't have the required balances. Teams feature is most useful when you want to distribute the work to the workforce themselves, to make sure the whole system performs like a well-oiled machinery. Everyone can play a role in submitting the bills for approval. In case of vendor invoices, you can have a few people from the finance team that can submit the entries, and a few with higher authority that can approve those vendor payments. All of this can work using our Teams permission feature. We have this feature called budgets, which is particularly useful for managing company expenditure, where you can set up budgets for expenses and teams accordingly, making sure you keep your spending in control with assigned budgets for each expense transaction or even the spending on an expense such as client dinners each month.
Export or reporting is a way to generate custom lists of your payment transactions, whether you want approved expenses from a particular date in a required format so that you can directly import those expenses into your accounting software. It's totally possible now, or even running reports like show me all transactions without an image receipt to audit. All that with Payables web application. We know you don't stay in one place all day, so why should your business processes do? We have built an app for you and your teams to completely manage payments, bills, cash flow states, and payment approvals on the go. The best part? As an admin, you can set them to only access the features you want them to.
We are sure aspirins are not what you will need after you begin with Payables, because managing payouts is not tough. It just requires a proper approval structure.
Thank you for attending the demonstration. Please go ahead and request a demo. We would love to show Payables in more detail, so please reach out. We would love to help.